I'm actually sweating my ass off because it's 80 degrees in Phoenix, so. I have two, by the way. It's hot right now. I'm sweating. Can you even read that? I'm Dr. Faith. I'm your faithful doc, and today we're going to talk about 10 tips on how you can avoid getting sick. I need some help. Seriously, you have to tell me how you're getting into my house. I told you, your security sucks. I'm on the top floor. Well, you didn't want me to come in, you wouldn't have left your door open. How are you not boiling right now? Tell me how not to get sick. I'm going to explain these things. You don't have to ask me. I'm pretty sure the little kid stuck his finger in my mouth, and then I stuck my finger in his mouth, and then we ended up getting each other sick. I'm pretty sure I shared some fluids with some people. You're dripping. You have the advice on how to fix it. I genuinely don't understand why you just can't wait for the videos. But I'm already sick. Ugh. Hello. Welcome to my dark corner. We're working on it. It's a work in progress. What can I say? Today, I want to talk to you about some tips on how to deal with sickness. Tip number 1, don't get sick. Easy, right? Tip number 2, don't touch children. Literal germ factories. Tip number 2, maybe if you have children, wash them. I don't mind children. I'm on fire. Can you even see this? I don't even know what my tips are. I should write them down, shouldn't I? What tip are we on? What even is the immune system?
Careful and contagious.
Well, honestly, it's really complicated, and that's why they call it the immune system. It's a combination of white blood cells, red blood cells, leukotrienes, cytokines, all these different science terms that are basically a bunch of signaling pathways that help you to fight viruses and bacteria off. Basically, a bunch of these tips I'm about to talk to you about are going to attach themselves to these signaling pathways to tell things to start killing other things. Tip number 1, practice hygiene. Wash your filthy hands.
Wash your filthy hands!
Germs, you can't see them. I can't say people are really good at washing their hands. They touch everything. They contact every surface. And I bet they don't use hand sanitizer. Wash your hands, wash your kids' hands, wash your friends' hands, wash everybody's hands. Wash them all. I'm sweating. I have some news for you. The way that we get sick is whatever is causing the cold that you particularly have contacts your nose, your eyes, and your mouth. And when you put your fingers in it, other people put their fingers in it, or you put your face on someone else's face, it transfers. Don't touch a face. Just avoid touching your face and putting your fingers in your eyeballs and your nose and your mouth and putting on things, and kids put their stuff in their nose and then they put it in your mouth, and it's all bad. Stop touching it. Just stop it. Did you know that the influenza virus can spread up to 3.7 meters? I'll wait for you to calculate that. That's 12 feet. So if someone coughs and it spreads 12 feet, that's a whole room. Wipe things down, clean things up, open the windows. Tip number 2, supplements. There's 3 main ones for the common cold that I would recommend. One would be vitamin C. Supplement number 2, vitamin D. Vitamin D is delicious. Get some sun exposure. There's been recent studies where vitamin D has actually been shown to be more effective than Tamiflu. So take that with what you will. Supplement number 3, zinc. So vitamin zinc, you might be thinking, where do I even get zinc? Meat, vegetables, also supplements. I personally love the lozenges. What do you gotta lose? Tip number 4, get some Z's. Sleep's really important. I don't think other people realize how much sleep actually affects everything. You need it a lot. It's nutrition for your brain. And when you get less than 6 hours, your immune system's reduced and you can't fight off the bugs. I'm actually pretty guilty of this myself. Not sleeping. Sleep is evasive. Who gets good sleep? Really, honestly, you just have to sleep. It's important. Number 5, get some exercise. I know you're thinking, it's cold outside? In fact, for those super efficient people who say they don't have time for exercise, combine tip number 2 and number 5. Get some vitamin D when you go outside with that exercise. Works. Reduces stress. It circulates the blood system around so that you can fight those bugs off. It helps with just mental clarity. It's great. Exercise is amazing. Tip number 6. You're gonna hate me for this one, really honestly. Sugar and alcohol. Don't do it. Both of them reduce your immune system, and they actually cause you to be more susceptible to viruses. I'm sorry. Cinnamon rolls are my favorite. I love me a fritter. Pumpkin spice everything. But then you got this recipe for disaster where you have people who are getting sick coming together with people who aren't sick in a big room, and then you're putting sugar and alcohol. It reduces their immune system, and then they're crammed in there because it's cold outside. I almost said hot. Forget where I am. Hot in Phoenix, cold everywhere else. And then nobody wants to leave, and they're all sneezing, and then sharing drinks. Oh my God, no. Recipe disaster. Tip number 7, ditch the cloth bags. Just don't do it. Everybody, the germs, the everything, the dirt. I mean, if you gotta do cloth, I guess, but in the wintertime, they say to ditch it to get some like fake leather bag or a leather bag if you can afford that, or if you're vegan. Plastic or paper bags. Doesn't seem very economical. I mean, once it gets wet, you're gone, and it's cold and wet outside. So tip number 8, you know what I'm gonna say. You know it. Eat your fruits and vegetables. I know. Candy is way more delicious. Pie is everywhere. There's cheese on everything. I like cheese, can you tell? Cruciferous vegetables, which are broccolis and cabbages and green vegetables in general, actually send signals to your immune system to turn on. So that's why greens are really important. Fruits and vegetables have antioxidants, which help fight damaging things to your immune system and actually boosts it as well. I don't know. Eat an orange. Then you can boost vitamin C and eat fruits and vegetables. Tip number 9. Wash off your disgusting phone. It touches everything. We bring it in the bathroom, we bring it in the kitchen, we put it on our car mounts, people touch it, we share it, it's gross. Wipe it off. Studies show phones are actually more disgusting than toilet seats. So, take that into consideration. Tip number 10. Remember to smile. When you do remember to do pleasurable things, it literally boosts your immune system. This includes, vitamin D is delicious. I'm talking about sexy time. Tell your spouse. It's doctor's orders. Maybe they'll believe you. Pet your dogs, pet your kids' dogs. Love all the things. I don't know, whatever you like to do for fun. Just generally be happy. It's the holiday time. Let's talk about a flu vaccine, shall we? When I was researching some tips on how to avoid getting sick, the first thing that everybody said was a flu vaccine. Does everybody need a flu vaccine? Populations that really need flu vaccines, and everybody else is kind of a crapshoot. Really young kids, because they don't have an immune system. Really old people, because they generally have a lower immune system. And immune compromised people. Cancer, autoimmune, the list goes on and on. There's 2 different kinds of flu vaccine. There's live and there's dead. We give the live one to healthy people so they can mount an immune response, and we give the dead one to people who can't mount immune responses, like the ones I've mentioned previously. So I'm just saying, weigh your options, because unless you are a very young child, an older an adult, or an immune-compromised patient, you might not need one. So that's all the tips I have for you today on how not to get sick. Hope you enjoyed it, and remember to smile. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think about it. If you have any tips that you would like to share with me, I would love to know what your opinion is. So let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.